All Windows screen of death colors explained. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most infamous parts of using Windows, the screen of death. But not just the usual blue one. We'll go over all the different colors of error screens in Windows and what they mean. Let's dive in. First off, what is the screen of death? It's a type of error screen that appears when Windows encounters a critical system problem and it can no longer run normally. It's a way for Windows to warn you about a serious issue that could affect your computer's performance or stability. The blue screen of death, or BSOD, is the most well known screen. It appears when there is a major system crash, typically caused by faulty hardware, outdated drivers, or corrupted system files. When you see this blue screen, your computer usually needs to be restarted. Next, we have the black screen of death. This is similar to the blue one, but instead of a blue screen with an error code, the screen goes completely black with no error message. This often occurs after a Windows update or an issue with the boot process. If this happens, Windows can't even load its graphical interface properly, making it difficult to fix the issue. Moving on to the green screen of death. This screen is relatively new and typically appears on Windows inside a preview builds during testing. It's not a sign of a fatal crash like the BSOD, but it's still an error screen. The green screen indicates a serious issue in the OS or with the current build, and the system may need to be reboot or reinstall Windows. If you're on a stable version of Windows, you're unlikely to see this one. Then there's the red screen of death, or RSOD. This one is rarer and can be triggered by issues such as hardware failure, or it might appear during certain security violations. The red screen usually appears in a similar way to BSOD, but with a red background and error messages. It's often tied to system security issues or hardware related problems. Now we have the purple screen of death. This screen is typically seen on Windows Server editions, and it's used to indicate a serious system error or crash, often linked to server applications or server hardware failures. Unlike the BSOD, which is more common on personal devices, the purple screen is reserved for specific server related issues. Next is the white screen of death, or WSOD. This one can occur on both Windows and web application and is commonly associated with crashes in certain software, especially browsers or websites. This white screen indicates that the application has crashed but without a critical system error. This is more common in web browsers or apps than in the Windows operating system itself. No, now why do this screen happens? In general, they're a result of system errors, hardware failures, corrupted files, or problems with software updates. Some screens, like the green screen, are specific to developers or insiders, while others like blue or black screens are more commonly seen by regular users. And that's a breakdown of all the screen of death colors you might encounter on Windows.